touch nothing. What's up, everybody? This your boy Steven J, and I'm here with Simply Steve, and we're back talking about wrestling. WWE, WWF, UWF, WCW, ADA, and just maybe a little tiny bit of little TNA. We back again after a week layoff because of him acting up. So therefore, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna talk Monday Night Raw last night, and we're gonna talk WWE Battleground that just happened. And Naja, you got to go over there. You're too close to the camera. So we're gonna jump right into it. But we're gonna start off with Battleground and go over that. So we're gonna start off with the match. No, you're going over here.
Give me the razor. I have it. No, give me.
So we're gonna talk about Battleground.
Give me the razor. I can hold it.
Daddy, stop.
Daddy.
I'm trying to do a show and I got my daughter fighting with my big head 11-year-old.
Daddy, that's my board.
I know it's your board. Go take your board back. Elijah, when you sit there and try to dominate somebody else's stuff, I'm only gonna make you give it back. Give me my phone. So we back into it. Let's talk about WWE Battleground. We're gonna what do we think about Battleground? I'm gonna tell you right now.
Battleground for me was a keep it a C because it was okay.
Yeah, it was a solid C plus. I'm gonna give it only simply because the tag team match was the match of the night, and after that match, I'm sorry, but all the other matches were just sucking. Let me see that remote. All those other matches just weren't as good as the tag team. I will say that the Usos match up very well with the Wyatt family, and the best out of 3 falls. It was just the first 2 falls okay, but the third fall, oh man, you had everybody into that match. You didn't really know. I kind of personally believe that the Usos were gonna lose.
Me too. I think they were gonna lose.
But overall, the match was good. It was, for me, the match of the night, and I think my boy Justin LaBar from Bleacher Report, he was saying they stole the show. Now, here's the thing. When you got a match that's just going off like that, you have an opportunity. The guys in the locker room are looking at it, and they're like, oh man, what can we do to try to top what they did? There's a momentum that's coming, because the 2 previous the kickoff matches, they weren't that good at all. That's why I didn't even start off with that. But you would think that because how highly intense that match was, that the guys in the back would be like, oh man, the Usos kicked it up, we're gonna have to kick it up a notch ourselves and do our thing. Unfortunately, they didn't do it. They didn't do it. The matches that came out after that were just flat. I mean, some of them had a little bit of flair, but definitely didn't. And you would think that the main event would just be like, okay, if Usos started it off like this, then you know the 4-way, the fatal 4-way is going to be all that. And it wasn't. It ended the way that I predicted it was going to end. Cena ain't do nothing for 30 minutes, then comes in and wins in 60 seconds. That's it. And that's what happened.
Okay, so obviously, you know, Usos won their match. Then AJ beat Paige. That was alright. Then
I actually thought, I did watch that. I was bored. The match was okay. It was a little sloppy and it was a little slow. They did make some mistakes. Here's the thing that I noticed. When the guys make a mistake, you can see the mistake, but then they kind of make you think, well, was it really a mistake or he meant to do that? When the women make a mistake, you actually can see that they're making mistakes. So Paige lost, and you know she wasn't gonna keep the title. I mean, they're gonna put her in a match with her and Sheamus to see who the whitest. But that match for me, whatever. Although, you know, every time AJ comes out, because everybody knows she's dating CM Punk.
Married.
So,
She's married to CM Punk.
They didn't get married yet. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they did not get
They're
married.
married already.
No, they did not.
Yes, they
As a matter of
did.
fact,
They got married in June.
No, they didn't. Anyway, it's funny when she came out and they were chanting CM Punk, she did like this. She gave a little hint. Yeah, whatever. But the match, whatever. It was alright for a women's match.
Alright, then Rusev beat Jack Swagger by countout.
Hold up. This match again had the potential. And here, I don't mind him losing. I hate the fact to the way that he lost. You know you want to put Rusev over as far as like being this huge beast that just is running roughshod over everybody. And it seems to be that's the way that they were actually going. That Rusev seemed like he was undefeated. And it appeared that that's the way that it was going to roll. But Jack Swagger met him, you know, and they had a little chemistry going there because, you know, they were going back and forth. And, you know, Jack definitely has the hype over Rusev. And, you know, he can match him in power and in skill.
What are you doing?
But the fact that he dominated him like he did, and then all of a sudden he does a curl up and throws Jack, and Jack knocks himself out. That's just stupid. I would have rather him cheated to win versus Jack getting knocked out like he did and then getting put, what's the move he called it? The crush. Versus basically the camel clutch. Is basically what it's originally called. It was done by the Iron Sheik. But anyway, just the fact that the way he lost is just bothering because, I mean, again, you have the potential. And let me just skip over to Monday Night Raw. Rusev is in the ring. He's fighting against, who was it, Khali, right? Yep. And, you know, he's holding on that pose. You would think Jack Swagger would do a run-in and you know, to keep the feud going. They don't do it. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it right. You want Jack Swagger to get over. You had some people screaming for Swagger yesterday on Sunday. But, I mean, they're not doing it right. They need him to do a couple run-ins. I like Zed. Zed is funny, but Zed is old and Zed is slow. So, they're just not doing it right. And, again, the way that he didn't go over is just sucky.
Well, maybe they're gonna have Jack Swagger win at SummerSlam.
What's the point? Because again,
the biggest event of the summer.
It's the biggest event of the summer, but you gotta have some type of build-up. There needs to be a build-up, like, oh man, I can't wait to see this match.
Well, we got 4 weeks.
Hold on, I'm just saying. They had 4 weeks before. They didn't do a build-up. Every time Rusev is out there with Lana, let me tell you something, Missy. Let me tell you something. We in America, and in America, this is what we do. Well, we vote for him and like him and nothing like that. Now, where you come from? Jack is sitting there. Not do it. Run in the ring, let them battle. That's how you get crowds into it. They already don't like Lana and Rusev. So when they come out, they're automatically getting boost. Let him hold put his camel clutch on the guy and won't release it. And the referee ring the bell and is like, no, he won't release it. He won't release it. Somebody get someone out here. And he still won't release it. And Jack Swagger doesn't run in. Yeah. And then at the end, he has a flag, this, that, and the other. The chance of USA. It's building up to WrestleMania. It's building up to WrestleMania, where on 1 week, Jack has the upper hand. The next week, Rusev has the upper hand. Next week, Jack has the upper hand. The next week, they tying up. They had to be separated. And then you have a build-up to everyone's waiting for that can actually be an opening match or a great mid-card match. They're not doing it right. Somebody who's ever's in charge of this is not doing a very, very good job.
Alright, so before the Divas match, it was supposed to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose, but Dean Ambrose couldn't wait for the match, so he attacked him in the back, and Triple H kicked him out. So later,
what's on over there?
Huh?
I smell food. What's on over there?
Nothing's on. It's just the oven warming up. Anyway, so later in the night, Seth Rollins comes out. He's like, I win by forfeit.
Hold on. Let's talk about that. I was looking forward to seeing this match, but I can understand why they did what they did. Why give it away when we can put this at SummerSlam? I get that. And for $9.95, I ain't too mad. If I paid like $40 for it, I'd be ticked off. For all you pay-per-views out there still buying pay-per-views, I'd be ticked off as a mother. But I wanted to see the match. Matter of fact, what they could have done was let them, go at it and let Dean disqualify himself, or let them both get a double disqualification because they wasn't listening to the referee. That's a way to continue to build on that versus Triple H kicking him out. No, and then Dean doing 2 more run-ins or whatever, and then you had the thing with the car. You just knew Dean was going to come from somewhere. So, again, for that little skit, I'm going to give it an F for the simple fact that they had F for no effort. F for no effort.
Alright, so then Chris Jericho beat Bray Wyatt.
I was anticipating this match to be really good, but it wasn't that really good at all.
It was
okay.
Okay.
But it wasn't.
What I want to know is why they kept zooming up on Bray Wyatt's eye.
It wasn't really good. I put it like this: the match between him and Chris wasn't as good as him and John Cena. That's probably the only time you'll see me compliment Cena other than his Make-A-Wish Foundation stuff. But it wasn't as good as his matches with John Cena. It just... Chris won. I don't know what they're going to do with it for the simple fact that he won. And Bray didn't come out being reborn again, but he was like, he's in the war is what he said. So, we shall see. But for that match, I'm gonna give that match a C because it just didn't have my excitement, and I guess because the people wasn't in it on it as they were for Bray when he was going against John Cena.
Hey, then it was the Battle Royal for the Intercontinental Championship, and The Miz ended up winning. I didn't want to see The Miz win.
The highlight of the Battle Royal was Kofi getting thrown out and he landing on Big E.
Oh yeah, that was nice. I like that.
And he's there. Basically, that's what we used to call chicken fights back in the day. We get on the top of this person's neck, and then the 2 people that's on top of the neck, they would just fight. And the person that falls down is the loser. Here's my problem with the outcome of that match. I don't like the way that they're disrespecting Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler, ever since he broke up with Vicky Guerrero, has had a fan following. Think about this. Woo 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 had a fan following before he became really famous due to his social media. I love his social media belt, Zack Reiners. The fan was with him. He was always calling for Zack. Again, he produced his own, hype. Ziggler, ever since he left Vicky Guerrero, has had that steady fandom that they're calling for him, they're screaming for him, whatever. And he's been giving you great matches. It was with the match. Who was that match that he had on SmackDown, I believe? Who?
Batista? No, him and Seth Rollins?
Yeah, him and Seth Rollins was, and I said, oh man, Dolph is just good. And again, maybe he's gonna win in that SummerSlam because he did beat The Miz last night. And my boy Justin LaBar, again from Bleacher Report, blasted The Miz because he was like, no matter what the WWE does or tries to do with The Miz, it doesn't go over well with the fans. And go over well with the fans literally means is either they're cheering for you and they like you, or they hate you. So if you can get some pop from great boos, you're doing good. Get some good cheers from that aspect, then you're doing good. Unfortunately, The Miz ain't generating enough boos, and he darn sure ain't generating enough cheers to say like, oh yeah, because I personally like The Miz when he was the world heavyweight champion, the must see, whatever. He had a little swag about him. I really did like him. Ever since then, The Miz has been awful. He hasn't been awful. Awesome. He's been awful. So, but I'm thinking they should have Dolph Ziggler win at SummerSlam. Personally, I loved it when he won the World Heavyweight Champion. The man from the Spirit Squad.
And of course, as you know, John Cena retained the championship.
Again, that takes me off the simple fact that...
Where's that burning smell?
Go get that pizza off the stove. For the simple fact that, again, the match was okay. I gave the match a C, and not a C, because it wasn't as good. I was looking for Roman Reigns to win it. But again, you know, well, first of all, here's how bad the WWE is, and bad I mean good, not bad. It was already hacked and leaked that he was gonna Cena was gonna face Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam because they showed the poster. Someone leaked the poster. But the WWE acted like they didn't release the poster, and they went along with the storyline or whatever. If Paul Heyman coming out last week, you need to see me. We already knew what that was going to be. Cesaro lost 4 straight. Then all of a sudden he comes out yesterday and he said, I'm not a Paul Heyman guy. Why aren't you a Paul Heyman guy? Because Brock doesn't like anybody else with Paul Heyman other than him. Matter of fact, I heard Paul Heyman on the show, Talk is Jericho on Sirius XM. It's on YouTube as well, or on his website or whatever. And he was talking to Paul Heyman, and Paul Heyman said that he basically retired from the business up until the point where they got Brock Lesnar. And Brock basically told WWE, hey, look, because if you remember when Brock first came in, he did do a little talking, but he wasn't that good. He's a brute that can back up what he says, but he just doesn't say it well. And Paul said that Brock called in Vince McMahon and was like, look, I don't like doing talking. And Vince was like, come on, you can do it. You're a big guy and this, all that, whatever. And Brock was like, no, get Paul Heyman to get in there and do it for me. He can be my mouthpiece. So Vince called Paul, because Paul was simply basically doing the Ohio Valley Wrestling thing. And he was happy doing that because he could then spend time. But then he said, you know, Brock called and it's like, please, I need your help, whatever. And Paul's been doing it ever since. And it has worked. It has worked. I will give him 100% credit. It has worked. But the audacity of WWE to still come out and act like that their site wasn't hacked, that nobody didn't release a poster or anything like that. So you kind of knew. So let's jump right into Monday Night Raw that happened last night. Triple H comes out and he says he was going to choose what you knew it wasn't going to happen until 11:58 or 11:09 or whatever. That he was going to choose the person to face John Cena. Of course, Randy Orton comes out. Roman Reigns comes out. Kane comes out saying that they're trying to put in their bid. Even Cesaro put in his bid for it or whatever. And it was, for me, it was just a waste of my time. I can't get that 10 minutes back.
Matter of fact, when he was talking about it, and when he came out to say who he was about to pick, I could already hear him screaming Lesnar in the background. So I was like, we already know.
And I think he did a shot at CM Punk. I forgot what he said, but it was a shot at CM Punk, something that he said. And I was like, oh, that was a shot at CM Punk. Anyway, so let's go right into Monday Night Raw. We talked about what happens. First match.
Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton and Kane. Match ended with the Roman Reigns winning because Kane and Randy Orton no longer trust each other and they're at each other's throats.
That part is about as old as Evolution. It's like, okay, y'all still doing that? You ain't got nothing better to do or whatever. So I'm kind of tired of Randy Orton and the whole Kane, you know, trying to do the bidding of Triple H and Stephanie and stuff like that. Is getting old for me. I love the Legend Killer. They need to bring the Legend Killer back. Is what they need to do.
Actually, Randy Orton referred to himself as Legend Killer a while back ago.
So, and fact is, he came out and he said it. He says, I never got my title shot. Who was the World Heavyweight Champion that never got a title shot?
I don't know.
It was World Heavyweight Champion Daniel Bryan before, who's had the belt before Daniel Bryan? Oh, Randy Orton had it. Who had the belt before Randy Orton?
For the World Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, John Cena.
That's the WWE Championship you're talking about.
No, before they, Daniel Bryan unified it, right?
No, it was Randy Orton.
Somebody didn't get a title shot. I can't remember who, but somebody didn't get a title shot. And luckily, Randy Orton said he never got his title shot or whatever. So he's definitely entitled. And I'm tired of the whole him and Cena thing.
Well, I was reading. Randy Orton, he's done a pretty good job as a heel, but I read that it's time for him to turn from the authority and start doing things on his own, because him trying to be Triple H right-hand man is no longer working for him.
I said it from the beginning. You were world heavyweight champion. Why do you need to be behind Triple H as far as an evolution? That's stupid.
So
again, whoever's doing the booking and stuff like that, they need to be fired. It ain't working, man. I'm sorry.
Right here, you need to go back on your own. Alright, anyway, so then Nikki Bella was in a 401 handicap match, and her sister was in the crowd, and her and Stephanie were going at it back and forth.
So she slapped her and then came out and got arrested. I don't care about that. Let's move on.
I just want to say that they're getting a little SummerSlam match of those two.
Stephanie ain't getting in no match.
That's what I read.
She's not getting into the match. She didn't get into a match with Vicky Guerrero. So why would she get into a match with Brie Bella?
That's what I read.
Okay. Well, you
All
can't
Bleacher
read.
Report.
You can't read.
Then we had Bo Dallas versus Damian Sandow.
Which I have to say the match was pretty good. I have to say it was pretty good. I still don't understand why they're going with the dumb streak. I still can't stand this kid. Well, I can't stand his character. I just can't stand his character, and I believe someone told him to actually. Who told him? Oh, Damien told him. Say, hey, Bo, leave. But you know, it was a pretty good match because they finally got somebody that actually makes sense. But you know, Bo still won with his dumb bulldogs or whatever. But
all right, then there was supposed to be the highlight reel with Chris Jericho and Bray Wyatt, which I didn't get at all. But Chris Jericho got jumped in the back before it happened.
So he got paid $1 million to sit there and lie like this. And then R-Truth, Chris, you okay?
That was Kofi Kingston.
Oh, no, I thought it was Kofi. Chris, you okay? Whatever happened to Kofi's accent? You okay? What happened? You know what happened. He got jumped. It was a dumb question.
Anyway, The Miz versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler won.
The match started off weak for me. It started off weak because the fans automatically jumped 2 minutes in there. They didn't do nothing but shake hands. This is awesome. No, it wasn't. Later on into the match, probably 5 minutes before it ended, it started to get good. But before that, here's the thing about the kick out. You got to sell it really good. First couple of minutes into the match, they wasn't selling it pretty good. The fans jumped in. This is awesome. The funny thing is they showed the crowd, and they showed the part of the crowd that wasn't saying nothing. They were just like this. That's how boring the match was. Started off, and you maybe saw like a couple people like this. Elisha, I'm gonna punch you in your face. You did. My big head son. Balloon brain.
Alright, then we have Paige and AJ versus Natalya and Emma.
Paige finally showed her true colors.
Yep.
And I won't say what that color is.
Then we had Zack Ryder versus Fandango, and
wow, when's the last time Zack Ryder won a match? Oh my God, I think when he was on top, and that was what, 2 years ago? When he actually got a title shot. And they just dumped him in the trash, man. But he won, and he was, it's like, I won, I always lose. They make me lose all the time. But kudos to Zack Ryder. He won. Let's see if they can do something with it. Because I personally think he's a good competitor. I think his physique is good. I think he has good in-ring skills. His mic work can do it a little bit. Matter of fact, even when he first came out, he got more play than he's getting played now. I mean, come on.
Alright, so then like we said, Stephanie got arrested.
Nobody really cares about that.
Then we had Kofi Kingston and Big E versus
Hold
Roddy
on. I will say this. I'm getting tired of her trying to sound like her father every time she introduces somebody. I really am getting tired of that. Go ahead.
Alright. Then we had Kofi Kingston and Big E versus Rybaxel. And Rybaxel won. And then Xavier Woods came out and he's like, tired of this, getting treated bad. Start taking our opportunities and all that. So Kofi Kingston and Big E were like, yeah.
Oh God, don't tell me this is the new nation.
I told you.
Oh no.
I told you.
In the words of Root, darn.
I told you. Oh man.
Well, matter of fact, no. On Bleacher Report, they had racism. It's called racism in WWE, and they said, how come like with Rusev started off beating all the black wrestlers.
Yeah.
He started beating all the black wrestlers, and everyone he beat was black. R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods. So it'll be interesting to see. I didn't see that match. I think it was in the bathroom. And something I ate yesterday was just like, and I was like, But it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. We are the nation, a domination nation. They got to come up with another song though.
Alright, so
Unless they bring D'Lo Brown back.
anyway, we have Rusev beat Great Khali. Whatever. Then we had Dean Ambrose versus Cesaro. And it ended in a no DQ after Dean Ambrose went crazy and hit him with a chair.
No, it ended in a DQ.
That's what I said.
You said no. You said it ended in a no DQ.
Oh, it ended in a DQ because Dean Ambrose hit Cesaro with a chair.
I'm curious to see where Cesaro is gonna go now that he no longer has Paul Heyman in his corner. I think they missed the opportunities. You only get a few moments to work with Paul Heyman. Ryback had that opportunity. It didn't go well. Curtis Axel, I never liked him. I still don't like him. But Cesaro was on a wave since winning the Andre the Giant Battle Royal from WrestleMania. He was still on a roll afterwards. The Swiss Superman. Paul was selling him pretty good up until the point where he kept talking about Brock Lesnar. But it'll be interesting to see where Cesaro. But Cesaro,
it's like he's trying to go with the Authority now.
Cesaro had enough fame. I wouldn't want to see him do that because look at how Wade Barrett is over. Wade Barrett didn't go with him. It would have been nice to see Barrett with Paul Heyman, but my point is, we'll see. By SummerSlam, I'm curious to see where Cesaro is, if he's going to be able to keep riding his wave. Because I'm going to say after WrestleMania, he was on a huge wave. Unfortunately, the wind has come out of that sail a little bit and the wave ain't too big as it was once. So I'm curious to see what he does from this point on.
And then of course, as you know, Brock Lesnar came and Triple H shook hands with him and everything, saying this is the guy who's going to face John Cena.
So I'm expecting John Cena to get F5'd a couple times, and
oh yeah, he wasn't at the show. He was something in New York.
We'll see. He's gonna get F5 a few times, and we'll basically see. It'll be back and forth. Hopefully they build it up right, and hopefully Brock loses. Matter of fact,
time they build it up, they had John Cena acting scared.
I'd rather Brock lose for the simple fact that I don't want John Cena to break Ric Flair's or tie Ric Flair's record because I don't think he's worthy of it. And that's what they're probably going to do. Oh my God, he's tying Ric Flair. No, I hope he gets into a car accident and breaks his leg and it's barely repairable. So
he's going to tie it.
That was wrong. That was just a joke. But I don't want John Cena to break Ric Flair's record.
He's going to break it, if not tie it. I'm sorry. That's just what they're going to do. Ever since he won title 15, every time someone's like 15-time world champion, just one more championship and he'll tie Ric Flair.
Yeah, but you kind of knew they were going that because 3 months ago they mentioned it on their website about John was close to Ric Flair's thing and can he do it? So you knew that they were going to push him towards that. And for some reason Ric Flair likes him. Please get out of here with that crap. So we're not talking SmackDown because whatever happened on SmackDown is irrelevant because it was before the pay-per-view. I did watch TNA, I think last week, and they had some pretty good tag teams, young good tag teams going there, but nothing really impressed me. Tommy Dreamer's still there or whatever. Kurt Angle's still acting like the general manager or whatever. Stuff like that. I mean, again, it's still boring because they talk too much versus wrestling. So, that's it for TNA. I said we was going to talk a little bit. What?
I just read this thing on Bleacher Report that says CM Punk said he's never ever coming back to WWE. Never ever.
It'll be interesting to see if he goes to TNA. Because his contract is up when?
It's already over. It was up on July 17th.
So, we will see. But CM Punk lies. And recently WWE has been playing, even though they put him in the alumni category on their website, they also have been playing a lot of CM Punk biographies. Remember CM Punk and displaying it on their website, CM Punk this, CM Punk that. But they also been doing Sting as far as like this, that, and the other. And I saw the thing, well, Sting versus Triple H, how would that match fare or whatever, or something like that. Again, Sting is old. He's not the Stinger with the blonde hair and the red tights, red and yellow tights, stuff like that. He's just not.
You know they're going to hold him out till WrestleMania.
That would be stupid.
You know he's gonna make some appearance around that time.
That would be stupid.
Challenge the Undertaker.
That would be stupid.
You know it's gonna happen.
It's not. No, he wants to see. Okay, I don't care about the Undertaker anymore because he lost. So therefore, there's no whatever. I would actually pay to see him and Brock do a rematch. But again, at that point, it's irrelevant. Because, again, he lost. The only thing The Undertaker had going for him was the streak. Without the streak, he's nothing. Unfortunately, he's just another wrestler. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters ever since he came in. But without the streak, he has no momentum. He has no buying power that I want to see him. Yeah, I want to see him, see how he's doing and stuff like that. But as far as him being a main eventer on a pay-per-view or WrestleMania, no, because it lost its flavor. He lost. So
that's it.
That's it. For me.
So you're saying if Taker was at WrestleMania next year, I don't know why, I'm just saying for some reason, you wouldn't watch it.
No, there's no point in watching it. There's no point in watching it. These last WrestleManias, let's go with the last 6 or 7, have all been Undertakers. CM Punk, Triple H twice, Shawn Michaels twice. They have all been, to me, the main events, even though they weren't the last match.
But him and Shawn Michaels' second was the last match. Tired.
My point is, you like, oh yeah, Undertaker. That's what everybody wanted to see. The Undertaker, the streak. They sold it. It was great. It was good. You ended it, I think, prematurely. I would personally rather it ended in a draw. He still would have been undefeated, but he still wouldn't have lost.
So he would have been 21-1-1. Means 0.
Right, 21-0-1. Because it was a draw. Meaning both competitors weren't able to get up at the count of 10, so it was a double count out. This match is a draw. So therefore, it could have ended it like that.
Then they would have had a rematch.
They would have had a rematch, but it would have been at WrestleMania. WrestleMania is the big thing right then and there. But again, he comes back to fight Brock or comes back to fight Sting. As good as Sting is and as big as Sting's name is, it wouldn't be a draw because I'd be like, I don't care. If he was still undefeated and he fought Sting, oh man, that would be bigger than Rock and Cena. But he lost, so therefore, I don't care no more. It doesn't have the same luster, doesn't have the same flavor as it did before.
He's still drawing in money though.
Because he's the Undertaker. Because he's the Undertaker, he's still going to draw people to say yes, but it ain't going to be like the all hype like it was before. I'm sorry, it just doesn't carry any weight anymore.
See what you did?
Doesn't carry any weight anymore. And I'm the biggest Undertaker fan there is since he first came in with who he came in with? Oh, Brother Love. So that thing's about it's gonna be done for us. So we're gonna be back next week talking about Raw and SmackDown. So for Stephen J and Simply Steve, my little Laba, Elijah, we out talking about wrestling. Peace.